Alright, hands down, the best part of this movie is when Jonah Hill plays Mexican. Ese, we're here, Holmes. Fucking Mumford and Sons? That shit killed me, man. It really, that was funny. So 22 Jump Street is directed by Phil Lord and Chris Miller, and it stars Jonah Hill, Channing Tatum, Ice Cube, and Amber Stevens. Quick note about Amber Stevens, that's my future Hollywood wife. Such a cute ass black girl. I love it, man. And in this one, this is the sequel to 21 Jump Street, a movie that I really enjoyed. So as the sequel, it really plays up on what 21 Jump Street played up on. And 21 Jump Street played up on how remakes are kind of convoluting Hollywood, and how this is just another attempt to make some more money, and then how they're just gonna rehash something just to rehash it that doesn't need to be messed with. And they kind of made fun of the fact, and 21 Jump Street was hilarious. It was awesome. And I love Ice Cube in these movies, because when Ice Cube plays angry black dude, he plays angry black dude right, and when he in this movie he plays angry black dude right. You can't deny that, and I love Ice Cube in this movie. There was a lot of good things about this movie, I must say. First of all, the chemistry between Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum, it can't be beat, especially in a buddy cop comedy movie. I think this is the best chemistry I've seen since Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. I swear to God, man. It's like they could be having the most boring conversation in the world, and you will be invested in it because the dudes just work together, and you love seeing that on camera. Like in the beginning scene where they have to act like Mexican, and then Jonah Hill's just pulling it off with aces, and Channing Tatum is just sitting over here just trying his hardest. It was hilarious because they worked well together and they meshed well together. I love these two guys. Ice Cube did a really good job in this movie. After right along, it kind of scared me. It kind of made me feel like the whole angry black cop persona was just getting played out. I was just, alright, this might be bad. It might be bad, and it might be good. There might be some promising things about it. But he is honestly one of the best parts of this movie. He is one of the really funny parts of this movie, and you can't deny that. The dude has a scene where he just goes off on everything, and if you were in the way, you just went off. You were just being off one. And I've heard this phrase between black people every time. It's just like when you get so mad at a specific thing, it's like you go to McDonald's and you order a McChicken, and they put a little chicken nugget in there, and you say, I swear to God, next day I go to McDonald's, I am cussing out anybody with a McDonald hat on. If you got a McDonald hat on, you're getting cussed out, and that's basically what happened with Ice Cube in this movie. If you were food or something in that vicinity area, you got cussed out, and I loved it. It was awesome. And now me saying that there are some negatives with this movie isn't as funny as I wanted it to be. There are some guffawing parts. I will give it there. There are some parts where I just laughed my ass off, and I just couldn't stop laughing my ass off because it was funny as hell. I was enjoying the movie. But then there are some parts where the jokes did fall a little flat, and you're just like, well, I seen this in the trailer. The whole fraternity element that was in the movie, I felt didn't need to be in the movie at all. I felt like they could have just let what was happening with Channing Tatum character happen without the fraternity element. I think that would have been fine. I think that would cut off some runtime to this movie, and I think it would have been a little bit more perfect like that. But instead, they just went with it, and it just kind of dragged on, and you were just like, alright, this fraternity has nothing to do with the movie. Can we just move on from this? And you're just like, nope, they're not moving on from this. And then the movie is really familiar. I swear to God, I was sitting in the theater, and then at some point in time, I swear to God, I could not tell if I was watching 21 Jump Street or 22 Jump Street. I was like, did they just change the film? Because I swear to God, I seen this movie 2 years ago. It felt like the same movie, and that is not a good thing at all. Like, it was making fun of the fact at how Hollywood makes sequels, and then the sequels are the exact same movie, and I understand that that was an inside joke. But once you're making that inside joke really serious and really going with the fact that we just were lazy enough just to write another movie again, you kind of get points taken off for that. You kind of just like, wait a minute, you're making fun of the fact that Hollywood makes sequels, and the sequels are like the other original movies, but you're making this movie more like the original movie? No, you can't do that. I think 21 Jump Street caught us by surprise, because in 21 Jump Street, there was just this element of, wow, I thought this movie was going to be shit, and it was really funny, it was really good, it was really awesome. I liked the way they went the buddy cop element. I liked the way they did it. But in this one, they do it the same exact way. I swear to God, you go into 22 Jump Street, do not expect to see a different movie. There are differences scenarios in the movie because they're in college now instead of high school. But it's just everything they did in high school is just now in college, and take the character arcs between Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum, switch them around, and give Channing Tatum the popular role and give Jonah Hill the unpopular role. And yeah, this is just a different movie basically. It's just a different setting to a movie that's still the same basically. So how do I rate a movie like 22 Jump Street up? There were some really guffawing parts in it, but then it is familiar, so it doesn't get points for originality. It was a really good movie. I really enjoyed it. I really had fun with the movie basically. It's not the best comedy of the year. I haven't seen a comedy this year that really had me laughing from start to finish. And trust me, I can laugh from start to finish. It has happened before. It has happened before. So this movie really didn't capitalize on that. Comedies are looking a little bit disappointing, but this is the most promising comedy I've seen all year period. So I'm going to have to give 22 Jump Street a B. It was a really solid movie. It's a really enjoyable. It's a good sequel. It's not shit. It's not terrible. It's a really good movie, and I really enjoyed it. So 22 Jump Street, have you seen it, and what did you think about it? Whatever you thought, comment below. I'm Michael Woods, and you just been off the grid.